Today is November the 16th, and this is Sunrise with Wayne and Pat.
It is a Thursday morning, and thank you for being with us. We run this show every day at 7 a.m., so that means it's 7 a.m. right now, but then the show will repeat at noon, then again at 5:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. We're in downtown Goldsboro, and let's find out what makes today special. Today is special because, wow, it's, where is it here? The International Day for Tolerance? Oh, sure. Today is also National Button Day. Button, who's got the button? National Button Day. It's also Beaujolais Nouveau Day for you wine drinkers.
For you whiners.
Whiners, those who whine. It is also Use Less Stuff Day. And today is the day of the Great American Smokeout Day. It's World Philosophy Day and World Pancreatic Cancer Day. There you go. That's what makes today special.
Okay, then.
Here's today's trivia question. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. I'm just kind of rolling around in my brain there, and you know how my brain is. Whew, poor thing. Anyway, here you go. The category is almost weights and measures. That's the category. Back in the day, when riverboats were prominent on the rivers around the U.S. of A., primarily the Mississippi, there was somebody, a crewman on the riverboat who would stand near the bow and measure the depth of the water because they did not want to run aground, right?
Okay.
So he would call out the depth of the water in fathoms. A fathom is 6 feet, right?
Okay.
So he'd call out the depth in fathoms. When he got to 2 fathoms, he said something that didn't sound at all like fathoms. He had a particular saying. The crewman would say, and he'd yell it out, 2 words. Well, it so happens that somebody once used this to change their name. By what is the name of the person, either his real name or his not so real name, who used the depth called out by a riverboat crewman to use his name. He used his name. He changed his name to this term. This is a 2-word term. So it's a front name and a back name. All right? And when I tell you who it is, you'll understand the question better than I do right now. Okay? That's the question. Anyway, I'll have the answer for you toward the end of the program. What do you have?
Okay. Remembering the good old days. And this is kind of going backwards.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that hurts. Yeah, I remember some of them.
Just some of them?
No.
No, I think when I say this, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. What are you talking about?
So, you have a chance now to purchase the Goldsboro Wayne Crime Stopper videos.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, from way back when?
From way back when.
This is back in the 80s and 90s.
These were the telethon videos.
Telethon videos from Crime Stoppers. And, you know, people have been asking if we ever plan to make those again, and we're just not set up to do that right now. But this is great. So they're going to sell these.
They are going to sell them.
Place your order now.
You can give Stephanie Brown a call at 919-222-5952 to be able to place your order. And the years available is from 1986 to 2008.
From 86 to 2008.
That's correct.
From 86 to 2008.
Yes.
That's 22 years
That's right.
of videos available. Wow.
Yes.
And some of these are just, people still ask about them. I remember them well. Some of them are extremely funny. Some of them are sad. Some of them are happy. But they're all local people, local businesses, and they're just great. So here's your chance to buy a bit of history here.
That's right. Would you want the prices?
You have the price?
I do have the price.
All right, what's the price?
For 1 year, it's $25.
What do you mean for 1 year?
Just 1 year. Like if you just want 1986, the year of 1986.
Wait a minute. You mean all the videos from 86?
Yes.
All the videos from 1986 is how much?
25. That's for 1 year.
Whoa.
3 years is $50.
Right.
Or you can get the entire collection from 1986 to 2008 for $200.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
That is amazing. That's 22 years worth of stuff there. That's less than $10 a year. That is great. Wow.
That's right.
Boy, I'll tell you what. That's great. That's great. I remember those well. Yeah.
In case you can't call Stephanie and you're on Facebook and you happen to see, you can go to Goldsboro Wayne Crime Stoppers on Facebook and just message Stephanie that way, and I'm pretty sure she can get back with you.
She'll get them. Now, she's the director over there for that. and doing a great job, by the way. And,
That's right.
And keep in mind that you'll see Sergeant Jason Adams with Crime Stoppers reports on Wayne Goldsboro Television. In fact, there's one today. Got a brand new one today.
That's right.
All right. What else you got there?
I got one more. Everybody's got to have a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You mean like dinner? Yeah,
Yes.
right.
And everybody needs a loving home. Yes. So do our pets. So the Wayne County Animal Adoption and Education Center,
Are giving away turkeys?
they are giving away turkeys, but you have to adopt a pet.
Oh, I thought you were giving away turkey pets. Pets for turkeys.
No.
Turkeys as pets.
No.
Okay. Because they make terrible pets.
Come
I mean,
and adopt
they gobble all the time and
one of our animals from
messy.
the Wayne County Animal Adoption and Education Center.
Uh-huh.
And until the supplies are gone, this is going on. So you adopt a pet and you will get a free turkey
And
for Thanksgiving.
when does it start?
It started yesterday.
The 15th.
It started on the 15th.
So it's
So go now
while supplies last.
while supplies last.
While supplies last. Let them run out of turkeys, but be sure you get one. Go ahead now. Adopt. You've been thinking about it. Go ahead and get your pet now. Dog, cat, guinea pig, whatever they have. They had some guinea pigs there for a while. They're gone. But dog or cat or whatever, at the Wayne Animal Adoption and Education Center, and get a turkey for Thanksgiving.
That's right. But it's
Wow.
one per family.
One per family. Okay.
That's right.
While supplies last.
So don't take 2 or 3 family members in and
Mm-mm.
think you can get 2 or 3 turkeys, because it don't work that way.
No, it don't work that way. We'll just say one turkey per residence.
There you go.
Okay, one turkey per residence because, well, that's just the way it works. We have blood drives to talk about. There's blood drives today. There's 2 of them. There's one at Goldsboro High School this morning starting at 10:30. The second blood drive today is at the University of Mount Olive. It starts at 11:30. You can give blood every 56 days. So 10:30 this morning or 11:30 this afternoon, this morning, 10:30 this morning or 11:30 this morning, give blood at the Red Cross. It's just the right thing to do. We've talked about this so much. 1 unit of blood, you can actually save 3 lives. 1 unit of blood can save 3 lives. At least you can help somebody. So do the right thing. Give blood, right? All right, what you got?
I got it.
You got it?
You've got it all.
I do.
I've just got our
You've got it there.
timer right here.
Got our timer. Okay, how are we doing? For the holidays, all branches of the Wayne County Public Library closed on Wednesday at 6 p.m. and will stay closed until Saturday. So they'll be closed Wednesday at 6 p.m. and then be closed Thursday and Friday, November 23rd and 24th. The Wayne County landfill, the landfill only, will be closed on Thanksgiving Day, but they'll be open on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Wednesday, and then reopen on Friday and Saturday. The all convenience centers will be closed on Wednesday and Thursday. Now they're always closed on Wednesday anyway, but they're going to be closed on Thursday and Wednesday. The centers will be open on Friday and again on Saturday. And the Wayne County Services on Aging, the Peggy Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street, will be closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all 3 days. Soil and Water Conservation beginning their stream cleanout process the week of November 20th, which is next Monday. We have a video for you today. That's our interview, one of our interviews today, and that'll be coming up in just a moment on Wayne Goldsboro Television on Sunrise with Wayne and Pat. Christmas parade this Saturday, the 18th of November, and Seven Springs begins at 3 p.m. If you're in this parade, you need to start lining up no later than 2:30 at the River Bridge. Seven Springs, Whitehall, if you will, the oldest community in Wayne County. Love Seven Springs. That's a quaint little town. The Mount Olive Christmas Parade, Fremont, and Goldsboro Christmas Parades all on December 2nd, beginning at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m., respectively. Your host for the Goldsboro Parade, by the way, can I go ahead and mention this?
Sure.
A lot of people don't know this yet, and even Kate doesn't know this yet, but Kate Daniels will be one of your hosts, and the Kirk Keller will be your second host. So we've got Kirk and Kate. Kate and Kirk.
Kate and Kirk.
Kate and Kirk. Kate and Kirk. Kirk and Kate.
A double K.
Kirk and Kate. Yeah, the K and K. There you go. Anyway, they'll be your co-host for the Christmas parade in downtown Goldsboro coming up. Then December 3rd, the very next day, That's a Sunday. A lineup at 3. The parade begins in Pikeville at 3 p.m. on December 3rd. Then on December 10th in Eureka at 3 p.m. Okay.
All right.
All right. Very quickly. 101 Business Counseling Services. Something to talk about here for the Chamber of Commerce of Wayne County. We got the Wayne County Small Business of the Year Awards. This is going to be coming up very soon. And we'll tell you more about that the closer we get to that. At the Paramount Theater, December 1, 2, 3, that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. At 7 p.m. on December 1 and December 2, it is the Nutcracker Ballet. Tchaikovsky's on Nutcracker Ballet. Of course, he's passed on. He won't be there. But the Goldsboro Civic Ballet will be presenting the Nutcracker to you. And they've been doing this for many, many years. It's a great program. I hope you're able to attend. Tickets are anywhere from $13 to $18.
But get them now.
Get them now.
Because you know the North Carolina Symphony sold out.
That's right. The North Carolina Symphony sold out. So this may sell out as well, and it often does. So get your tickets now. 583-8432. 919-583-8432. Well, we have Wreaths Across America coming up. In fact, right now, going on, you can order your wreaths to place on the graves of Wayne County veterans. You can do that right now. Go ahead and order the wreaths. The deadline is November 27th is the deadline for the wreaths. All you have to do to get on board with that is to go to Wreaths Across America, Goldsboro, NC, on Facebook. Wreaths Across America, Goldsboro, NC, or go online to wreathsgoldsboro.com. Goldsboro Wreaths Goldsboro, one of them. Go on Facebook. It'll be easier that way. Anyway.
And if you go on to Wreaths Across America, you can see a post that Tanya posted yesterday, and she actually had a family member to give a name of a veteran that was in a graveyard that nobody didn't even know about.
Really?
And so when she went to visit the grave to put the wreath on there was numerous veterans in this graveyard.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you know where that graveyard was?
I don't recall.
Okay, I'll look that one up.
It may be listed on her post, but I don't recall.
Okay, all right. Anyway, Wreaths Across America is only $15 per wreath. She's looking to place 1,000 wreaths here on grave sites of 1,000 wreaths on grave sites of Wayne County veterans. So let's make that happen. Wreaths Across America, Goldsboro, NC is the Facebook page. All right, Veterans and First Responders Week. Appreciate you, all you veterans and your active duty military and your first responders. Here's why, or here we know why, but here you go. This is for you. You're welcome to come to the Goldsboro Family YMCA, Goldsboro Family YMCA, the week of November 11th through the 18th for free. Go to the YMCA and enjoy all the amenities of the Y free of charge. If you're a first responder, if you're a military, active military, if you're a veteran, go to the Family Y, but now until this Saturday, and you can enjoy the Goldsboro Family YMCA absolutely free of charge. And that's just their way of saying thank you for everything you do. All right, let's go to our interview. Can we do that?
Let's go.
Well, all right, we're going to go. We're going to find out all about what are we talking about?
We're going to do the stream cleanup.
Oh yeah, the stream cleanup first, and then we're going to get a visit with Sergeant Jason Adams at the Goldsboro Wayne County Crime Stoppers. That's up next on Sunrise with Wayne and Pat.
Hi, I'm Ashley and I'm with Soil and Water Conservation. This is Thomas and Katie with me today. We are standing in part of Fallen Creek outside of Grantham, and this is one of the areas that we're going to be cleaning out during the clean out process that we're planning to start next week. From right here, Fallen Creek will go all the way and cross over Stevens Mill Road. It also crosses over Old Grantham and goes all the way to the Noose. If you can see behind me, there's quite a bit of debris here, and that's one of the reasons we picked this stream. All right, so for phase 1 and phase 2, AK Graydon won the bid, And they'll be coming through with their crews, and things like that you see here, it's a snag and drag program. So they will be cutting this up into smaller pieces and taking it 15 to 30 feet up the bank. Anything tree-wise that's leaning at 45 degrees or greater can also come down because it's a potential to fall. Anything that is obstructing flow of the water, we're allowed to remove. So this process is going to start up at Dudley near the First Congregational Church. It's going to come across 117 and go into what was Durham Lake, and then it's going to come out of Durham Lake, and it's going to feed into Thoroughfare Swamp. Thoroughfare Swamp actually crosses 13 just a little bit further up the road and runs into this creek. And then, like I said, this creek runs all the way to the Neuse. That's this is the area that we're planning on starting in next week. So if you do see AK grading trucks or Wayne County trucks and people on the creeks, then you know what to expect. With this being Fallen Creek, it runs on the west side of Hood Drive. Hood Drive is one of the areas that experienced a lot of flooding during Hurricane Matthew. And a thoroughfare that we're also getting runs on the east side of Hood Drive. There's also a blue line stream in between Thoroughfare and us right here, and we're also cleaning that out. So we're planning to get all sides of Hood Drive in this process.
Today, Sergeant Jason Adams, the Crime Stoppers coordinator, joins us here. And Jason, it's good to see you.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. We're looking for and asking for the public's help in solving a crime.
Yes, sir.
That's the way this works. This is Crime Stoppers. What do we need?
So today we're going to be talking about an incident that just happened on Tuesday, early morning. So Monday evening into Tuesday, just after midnight on November 14th.
Okay.
And it happened over in the 200 block of East Patetown Road. We actually got a call for shots fired, and the resident in the area called, said that someone had been shooting and that some people, basically came in trying to rob them.
Oh.
So once the officers got there, they did collect some evidence and everything, but didn't have any reports of anybody being hurt. Mm-hmm. Just being two black males, and that was it.
So was this an attempted robbery or an actual robbery?
Yeah, so it was an attempted robbery.
Okay.
But an hour later, though, is when really the crime actually kind of changed from an attempted robbery to an assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury. So we ended up, a subject came to the hospital, and Mr. John Mumford, he came to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds at Wayne Health, UNC Healthcare, and ended up having to be transported to Vidant Medical Center in Greenville.
So there were shots fired, and what was thought to be an attempted robbery to start.
Correct.
Turned into an actual assault with a deadly weapon with intent to later.
Kill, right, yes. And basically, the person was taken by private vehicle. So before the officers actually arrived, Mr. Mumford had already left the scene.
Oh, I see.
So that's why there was a time lapse there of an hour, because he ended up showing up at the hospital an hour later after the officers were initially on scene on Patetown Road.
My goodness.
So basically, Mr. Mumford, like I said, was transferred to Vidant. His injuries were considered non-life-threatening, but serious, and he still is in the hospital at this time. So. Okay.
Well, if anyone has any information about this, and do we have descriptions of this?
So just really all I have is two unknown black males coming in and robbing or attempting to rob the subjects that were there at the residence.
So was Mr. Mumford actually shot at this location?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And like I said, the investigator is still being investigated. Investigations did respond out there, and you know, the evidence was collected. But you know, when the initial officers got on scene, there was really no signs that anybody had been shot or anything. So kind of, you know, worked the case as just a attempted robbery. And then once the officers kind of then get the call for the individual that's been shot at the hospital, then realized that, okay, hey, this person was actually there, and kind of changed the scope of it a little bit.
You know, not being there, of course, there's no way of knowing, but it just seems interesting that nobody said anything about the gentleman being shot. But that's interesting.
Yeah, and the caller that actually called initially was not actually in the part of the. It was actually a part, like an attached or detached garage area that the individuals were in, and the caller was not in that garage at the time of the shooting. So just was only really reporting the shots fired. Okay,
Monday was the 13th, and Tuesday was the 14th, and this was just after midnight, Monday night, early Tuesday morning.
The call came in at 12:05 a.m.
Okay, so very good. All right, well, Sergeant Adams, tell us what we can do to help.
So anybody that may have seen anything or maybe knows anything about the 2 unknown black males, they can call or text Crime Stoppers at 919-735-2255, or they can go online or through mobile app, p3tips.com.
So this is actually, the felony would be the assault with a deadly weapon with intent, and not necessarily, and
attempted robbery. So it is actually, there would be 2 felonies actually in this case.
All right, very good. 919-735-2255, 735-2255. You can call or text that number.
Yes.
Otherwise, go online to P as in Paul, the number 3, tips.com.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sergeant Jason Adams, Crime Stoppers. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Today we're talking with Nurse Michelle Hill, and Nurse Hill is the wellness nurse for Wayne County. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, what does a wellness nurse do?
A wellness nurse helps promote healthy employees.
And that says it all, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Pretty much says it all.
We want to keep the employees healthy so they can be more productive at work and use less of their PTO time.
Now, how do you do this? How often are you here in the office?
I'm here Monday through Wednesday from 7 to 3, and then on Thursdays I'm here till 7 to 1.
And you're attached to Wayne Memorial Hospital, is that right?
I am. I'm contracted out from Wayne Memorial Hospital.
Okay. Well, that's nice and convenient. So, how long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse for about 11 years.
What is your background?
My background, 8 of those 11 years is emergency room. So I work within the emergency room department at Wayne Memorial, and July 25th I started this program.
Okay. Now, you're strictly for the county employees, is that right?
That's right.
Working with county employees. So where do you start with county employees to encourage them to practice better health habits?
Well, fortunately, when I came on board, we started the biometric screenings.
And what is that?
Biometric screenings is when we do cardio checks.
Okay.
We check for your cholesterol, your HDLs, your LDLs, and your triglycerides, along with a fasting glucose level, blood sugar, and blood pressures, weight, and get your BMIs.
You pretty much do a health check.
Pretty much.
Checkup.
It gave me a great opportunity to meet the employees one-on-one.
Right, and that's kind of sets a foundation or a baseline to start, and then you reach for that goal.
That's right. That's right. Since we did the biometric screening, it has helped capture some employees to come back in and talk to me. I have some that's on a weight management program. They come in every 2 weeks. We talk about nutrition. We talk about exercise, and then we weigh. So every 2 weeks they come in and weigh. It helps them to be more active in their health because they're being accountable every time they come in. And
they're more conscious of what they're doing, whether they're eating that big double cheeseburger or not, right? And should they be eating that?
That's right, that's right. And I've actually seen employees actually walking the block after our talk, which is
that
awesome.
Right? They get out and they say, "Oh, I need to lose 5 pounds. I'll just take a walk."
But it shows assertiveness in that.
That's great. Now, the biometric program is over.
That is.
But you're inviting anyone, county employee, to come by at any time. Is that right?
Absolutely, whether they participate in the biometric screenings or not. I'm here for all employees.
And if somebody came in and they said, gee whiz, Nurse Michelle, I need to lose about 10 pounds. So what do you do?
I say, let's talk.
Let's talk. Talk about what they're eating, what exercises they do or don't do, perhaps what may help them. But gee whiz, I hate to exercise. It's terrible. I can't exercise. What do you tell them?
Well, every little bit counts. So
you're not really
let's
serious
say-
about losing weight then, is that right?
Well, no. You give them encouragement because, if you walk 5 minutes, just 5 minutes a day, 4 times a week, and each day you add another 5 minutes, well, in 3 weeks, you're going to be walking 60 minutes if you continue to add on those 5 minutes. And before you know it, you're there.
So if you're walking for 60 minutes at 3 miles an hour, you've walked 3 miles.
That's right.
That doesn't sound so hard to do,
It's not.
especially if you're walking with somebody else.
Right. And, there's a lot of factors in weight. There is metabolism, your stress level, the way you sleep, your health. But the biggest part is the mindset. And if you get that mindset, it'll just come.
So all you got to do is put your mind to it.
That's right.
Knuckle down, buckle down. Do it, do it, do it.
Knuckle down, buckle down.
There you go. That's from an old song I used to like.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so anybody can come to you during the hours that you're here and say, I need to start a program.
Yes.
And you encourage them, and they can come in every 2 weeks.
That's right. We sit down, we talk about nutrition. I show them a sample. We have an interactive website that we go through. The interactive website, I can email it to them so they can use it at home. Gives you an idea how many carbs you eat, how much protein, fats, and calorie-wise.
What about label reading? You encourage that when you go out to go to the grocery store and you want to know what do I need to eat healthy?
Right.
Read those labels.
Read those labels. Look at your trans fats, your saturated fats. Look at your sodium levels.
What's healthy? When you're reading a label, and we talk to Michelle Estrada from time to time about this. She is a nutritionist for the county of Wayne. So we talk about label reading. People should be looking specifically or particularly at sodium levels, trans fats, polyunsaturated and unsaturated, and all those things. Really, they're nice long words, but some people just don't know what they mean. So, in a nutshell, is there just a common denominator that you can say, well, look at a label, and if it says this, then it's okay? Or do you just have to really research it and study it and find out what it means? But people have to be serious about this.
Right.
They've got to take it, like you said, it's the mindset.
It's the mindset. I'm not a nutritionist. I can only go from what a registered nurse can tell you. But sure, another thing you need to look at is the serving size. So that's the big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Smaller plates, maybe? Does that ever help?
Absolutely. They
I've heard that.
American Diabetes says you should use a 9-inch plate.
Instead of a 20-inch? Okay, well, I got to change then.
And what you want to do with that 9-inch plate is envision a line drawn down the middle, and then envision another line drawn to the side of the plate.
So it's in quarters?
Almost. You
Almost
got half your plate.
Okay.
And this, on the half side of your plate, you want to have non-starchy vegetables.
Non-starchy vegetables.
These are vegetables grown in your garden, or salads. Green leafy vegetables.
Okay.
Tomatoes, onions, squash, those kind of things. You want to pile your plate up with all that on half. Then on the quarter side, you have your protein.
Okay.
Fish, chicken, and your chicken should be like the palm of your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Minus the fingers.
With no fingers?
No fingers.
Just the palm.
That's right.
That's a small chicken. Well.
And then on the other quarter, you want to have your starchy vegetables. This would be your corn, potatoes, rice. If you want to have a roll, you can have a roll on that side as well. But it's got to fit in that quarter.
Okay.
So I go through this with the employees and give them a better understanding. And they also have menu choices. to look at.
Okay, well, let me make sure I understand. On the plate itself, so you only have actually 3 sections, right? So you have a half a plate full of veggies and such. You have a quarter of the plate with meats and protein.
Right.
And then another quarter of the plate with the starchy corn-like and potato-like stuff.
Right, right.
And bread.
Should I show you an example?
Do you have an example?
I do.
We have an example here. She's going to show us an example of a 9-inch plate with 3 sections.
So,
Okay.
what we look at,
What we're looking at here. Aha.
there you go.
Okay.
See how they have all their non-starchy vegetables on this side?
Mm-hmm.
Protein over here, and your potatoes right there.
How about that? I see that now. Picture's worth a million words,
It
so
is.
somebody said. Very interesting. And so once you start this diet, well, you know what? That looks delicious.
It does. See, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. So getting healthy is not starving yourself to lose
No,
weight.
no.
In fact, that works against you, doesn't it?
It does. It does. When you're eating like this tends to help your blood sugars not spike so high. When you eat a lot of carbs, your blood sugars will spike really high, and then it will fall suddenly.
What are some of the foods that have high carbs in them?
Well, that would be your white rice,
Oh,
white
yeah.
bread,
Yeah.
white potatoes. It's always best to stick with the darker colors.
Yeah. I was told no white at night.
No white at night.
No white at night. Before you go to
Sounds good
bed,
to
don't
me.
eat any white.
I agree.
No potatoes and nothing like that. Okay, but in moderation.
Right.
okay.
And that's why you have this quarter on this plate.
Okay. Michelle Hill is our wellness nurse for the County Wayne, and it's a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so
too.
much. And we're back on Sunrise with Wayne and Pat here in the downtown Goldsboro area. North Carolina College Application Week. High school seniors, here's a chance to apply for some great colleges and universities free. There's several schools, private and public and community colleges, waiving their usual application fees this week. They have application fees, they're going to be waived this week. All you have to do is go online to www.cfnc, Charlie Frank, North Carolina, nc.org, cfnc.org. Get more information about that and apply to these colleges without the application fee. Absolutely free. It's a free of fee. It's free of fee.
Little tongue twister there.
A little tongue-tied twister. The November 25th, I want to share Small Business Saturday. It's a holiday shopping tradition celebrating small businesses. It would not be a celebration without customers joining in on this celebration. Mark your calendars. November 25th, Saturday after Thanksgiving is the day for this. Get ready to shop small with this organization here. Shop Small, it's called. Grab a friend or a family member and come to downtown Goldsboro. On the 25th, they're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on in downtown Goldsboro.
Beginning at 7 a.m. until midnight.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. 7 a.m. until midnight. Okay, here's the answer to today's trivia question. Okay, we got that right here. All right, the question kind of was, I can't remember how to say it necessarily, but here you go. Here's the question. The question was, back in the day, in the 1800s, when river boats were prevalent on rivers like the Mississippi River, there was a crewman who would stand near the bow of the boat and he would measure the depth of the water so they wouldn't run aground. He would call out the depth of the water in fathoms. Okay, and a fathom is 6 feet. Every time they got to 2 fathoms, or 12 feet, he would call out a special 2-word phrase that somebody actually started using as their name. What was the name of this person? Either the name he was using or his real name. The answer to that question is, well, the crewman would stand at the front of the boat and he'd say, on the bow, and he'd say, Mark Twain. Mark Twain, which means it's 2 fathoms deep. How about that? Samuel Clemens worked on riverboats and liked that so much, he said, I think I'll use that. And he did. He did. I was thinking about, I heard somebody the other day say, 16 yards. What do you think of that one? That's a good name, isn't it? You can call me 16 now. Well, that's better than 2 feet. Call me anything you like. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's it.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and watch us on YouTube at Wayne County Government.
We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Sunrise with Wayne and Pat.